Yes, finally, we are talking about Josh Gordon. And I know there have been even more news to cover, but I think it's finally time for me to cover Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon, wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns, the New England Patriots, and the Seattle Seahawks, has signed a 1 year, $1 million contract with the Seattle Seahawks, mainly due to the fact that they couldn't sign Antonio Brown, or they just decided not to. Josh Gordon is a very interesting pick because I I like Josh Gordon. Not because he's a great wide receiver, because Josh Gordon was Julio Jones before Julio Jones. And what I mean by that is he's a older version of Julio. Don't believe me? Watch some of the games he was in Cleveland or with the Patriots. Hell, you can watch some of the games with Seattle. But there was a problem with Josh Gordon, which finally, he's allowed to do. And that was his drug addiction. You see, Josh Gordon has a drug addiction. And it's not like as soon as he made the NFL, he started taking drugs because, most people do when they enter the NFL. Or, hell, even college. This guy in middle school, started taking drugs. Yeah, he was addicted to it. And you know what? He was doing good. After he got released from the Patriots and got signed with the Seahawks, he was actually good until his brother passed away. That's when he went back to his addiction, or his addiction really collapsed on him. So now that marijuana is now allowed in the NFL, even if Josh Gordon goes back to marijuana, he should be good unless anything else happens. But yeah, it's nice to see that Josh Gordon is back. He has already won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. For some reason, I think he's selling his ring for like $150,000, something like that. That's what I saw somewhere, but I got no clue. But yeah, Josh Gordon, this is a good signing. I will probably put this in the Antonio Brown playlist because this also affects Antonio Brown, because Seattle was one of the two main teams that were interested in Antonio Brown. It was the Seahawks, and it was with the Baltimore Ravens. Now with Seattle having Josh Gordon, they don't need Antonio Brown because they already have Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, one of the better wide receivers in this draft, and of course now they have Josh Gordon. And now with Seattle not wanting Antonio Brown unless one of the wide receivers gets COVID-19, no team in the NFL wants Antonio Brown unless there's a mad signing happening. But yeah, this is good for Josh Gordon, and I'm proud for Seattle to re-sign him.